Wednesday, everybody. This is kind of an unexpected brew today because we had what's called a bank holiday, I think, in the UK, but we call it federal holiday here in the United States. It's Labor Day today. So, we were just kind of kicking around at the house one evening, and the missus looked at me and she goes, are you going to be brewing this weekend? I like that question, because I hadn't thought about brewing until she mentioned it. And I said, yes, I am. So I thought, maybe I'll do something easy. And so I'm going to do a 15-minute pale ale. It's got a 15-minute boil. And, I was kind of discovering some things. Now, some of you who have been brewing a long time already know this, I'm sure. But some of you who are new to brewing or haven't brewed yet or are interested in brewing, may know that the extract brewing is a lot easier than all grain. All grain's a little more involved. Now today I'm doing an extract because it's easy, and I've got an event I've got to go to this afternoon. It's a little party down the street, and so I thought, well, I'll get a little brew in, and so I decided to do an extract. Well, when I was deciding my hop schedule for this beer, I noticed that if I boiled all my stuff, all my hops, up in like 3 gallons of water and then topped it off later on, and then cooled it down, the IBUs would really fall precipitously, as opposed to if I boiled all the hops up in like 5.5 gallons of wort. So it's really funny because I was looking on, I use Brewer's Friend, but because it's cheap and it's easy. but I was noticing on there that if I use just 3 gallons to boil everything up using my hops and everything, I think the IBUs went like from 39 to 29 on a 3-gallon boil. So I'm going to boil this at 5.5 gallons, and that'll give me the 39 IBUs I need for this. But what I'm using is I'm using 6 pounds light malt extract. I think it's Briess, and then I'm using also 2 pounds crystal, which I'm steeping right now in my big pot. 2 pounds crystal and 20 actually, and then I'm using 2 ounces of cluster at 15 minutes. That's when I'll begin my boil. 1 ounce at, I think it's 10 minutes, and then 2 ounces at flame out. So the IBUs don't count at flame out, I guess, but it'll just have that flavor. Again, I'm moving my hop schedule from the 60-minute or whatever. I don't like that bittering. I just want to to have the flavoring, to have a little bit of bittering in there, but just not too bitter. So, and all I have to do with the LME, with the liquid malt extract, all that, you don't have to worry about, what is it called, DMS, that off flavor that you get, because it's already been boiled basically down, reduced down to a syrup. So anyway, a little short brew day here. I always try to keep my brew days under 10 minutes. It's not easy, especially when you have 40 minutes of video that you have to condense down. But I'll try to keep this one short. But happy Home Brew Wednesday, everybody. Let's get on with this extract brew. My 15-minute pale ale. Well, it's still cooling down a little bit behind me. I don't know if you noticed, but I had a new wort chiller that I got a really good deal on. I only ended up paying like $20 US for the chiller. I don't know if it's going to work well or not, but this is its maiden voyage. I don't know if you noticed, there was a couple of leaks in that little segment of cool down that I shot there. There's a couple of leaks. I got to tighten it up a little bit, but it seems like it's working okay so far. But now this one is extra easy because what I'm doing today is also I'm putting my IPA that I made in my last video that I brewed up into secondary. And what I'm going to do with this beer is I'm going to cool it down, and then once my IPA is in the secondary, I'm going to put this one right on top of the yeast cake from the IPA, which is USO5 yeast, and so makes it. I didn't even have to make a yeast starter or anything. I just I'll pour it right on top. But that's coming up next. Stick around, and that'll be it with the brew day. So what I'm doing here is I'm racking the IPA into a secondary, and I'm going to put the beer that I'm cooling down now. I'm going to put that on this, or actually I should say wort. I guess it's not beer yet, but. And then I'm going to put that right on top of this yeast cake in this container here. Real easy. Stay tuned. All right. There is the yeast cake. Beautiful. Well, there might be a more intelligent way to do this, but I have no idea, as normal with me. I'm going to strain it through this bag. Looks like a pretty good volume. Might be about 5.5 gallons there. Strain all the hop sediment out of there. Let's get a hydrometer reading on this. Looks like a good clear spot. Where are we? Right there. You get over there. .044547. Good brew day today. Ended up with a final gravity of 1.047, which was my target, although that was at 80 degrees, so I'm sure it was a little bit higher than that. I've got the volume was right on, 5.5 gallons, and I gave my wort chiller its maiden voyage, and it took a long time. I think it ended up taking like 45 minutes to get this thing cooled down. But the thing is, look at the diameter of this wort chiller, and then my brew pot. Look at that baby. So you have. It was a good deal on it, but it's kind of small. Oops, sorry. Kind of small compared to my large brew pot. So I think what I might do next time is cool it down in this pot, which is much smaller in diameter, stainless steel too. See, I think if I cooled it down in this pot, it would be much more efficient than trying to cool it down in actually the brew kettle. So, lesson learned. Sometimes when you get a good deal, it's not perfect. This one is exactly that. But I think that I'll have a lot quicker time cooling stuff down in this pot. Well, anyway. 15-minute boil. I wish the whole process was 15 minutes, but actually it's closer to 3 hours, setting up, cleaning up, everything. But a lot, a couple hours shorter than all grain. So anyway, thanks for joining me today, and I hope everybody has a good week. And I'll talk to you on the next Brew Day video. Cheers.